And that's the change, though. That's the change, though, because a colorist right now can literally save a book. A colorist.
Well, our colorist did.
A colorist right now. A colorist right now can add such depth and dimension that you don't need your inker to work as hard as he used to work. And that's the problem, really, in the industry, is because the inkers, like in the American industry, the inkers are working extra time. And in every other like marketplace, like Asian marketplace, like say manga, they're not working as hard because they know their colorists can change the difference, can recreate that difference. Yeah, no, that was the most epic part in that book.
Awesome. Yeah, this right here.
I told Greg that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this right here too was not good before the colorer touched it. Our artist messed it up, and he didn't draw. He didn't like all of the details. None of that detail. Where's my finger here? None of these details here were drawn by the artist. These were the colorists.
And that's the most iconic part of your book.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that we were picturing that was in our heads. So, like, when we actually saw it on paper, we're like, oh, that's exactly what we wanted.
Well,
let me grab this real quick and show this to you guys.
What?
He's got to walk away for a second. That's what he meant.
Yeah, I still remember getting that first coloring where the guy thought it was a normal skin color, and we're like, no, it was supposed to be this. And he goes, did you mean like, oh my God?
Nice.
That's awesome.
That looks like Resident Evil or Swamp Thing.
Yeah, it's a Swamp
Somebody
Thing.
else said something about it looked like the guy in Resident Evil. I was like,
Nemesis. Nemesis. It does look like Nemesis because he has that same kind of like round.
Got the same.
Yeah. That's epic, bro.
I did this as a Bernie Wrightson tribute for his birthday not too long ago. So
that's awesome.
So yeah, like obviously again, the focus needs to be on you, Rich. Like what are you promoting? What are you working on?
Up, you storyboard shaman.
Look. We talk all day. Dylan, we have a podcast where we could be on episode 21 talking about this dumb shit. Like Rich is here one time. Like let's let him take the stage. That's all I'm saying.
I'll tell you what. My website is rlj3.com. There you go.
Pull it up, Greg.
What do you feel is the most important topic to talk about right now in comics? It's a hard question. It's a hard question.
That is a very hard question, dude.
It is.
Yeah, you got a 4-letter domain name. That is amazing.
Yeah,
for real.
So hard
to do that. How did you do that?
Super
I bought
hard.
it quick.
God damn.
But it's
what is it like? RGB.com? Like what the?
RLJ3.com.
Oh wow.
For real though, like that's super helpful. Like for example, I wanted for my digital marketing company, I wanted to get what's it called? ADD, right? And that's a 3-letter one. That's impossible.
I like that. Are you on WordPress? What are you on?
Yeah, WordPress. I build websites as well.
Oh my God!
Shit, no wonder. Okay, that makes sense.
WordPress designs?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God! That's what I do. I'm so excited.
Greg,
what?
Take his PayPal information. We'll send him money tonight.
Oh, wait, yeah. Hey. How much do you charge if you want to do like WordPress?
That's a public conversation. You don't talk about rates on a public conversation.
I can do whatever I want.
No, Greg. Look, Rich, do not answer that.
It depends on the size.
That's a PM.
Do you make plugins?
That's a PM.
Can you make plugins?
That I don't do. No.
Okay.
I hate PHP code. I'll do HTML and CSS all day long. I can't stand PHP.
Okay, perfect then. That's interesting. So you could do some. So I do back end development. I can do front end development, but back end development, like the PHP stuff, was the stuff that I got really good at just because nobody else knew how to do it.
Nobody else wants to fuck with it. Apparently,
we are a match made in heaven because I can't stand it.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody wants to do that shit. No. Okay, so Rich, we got to focus on you, bro. What is the most important thing that you want to say in this time slot that we have?
Democon.
Exactly.
40 minutes.
Right now, I'm holding the sale on my website for my prints. Like everything is 10% off. I've got my original artwork, prints,
Greg,
cards.
scroll to the bottom and hit shop.
No, it's right there. Click the hamburger at the top right.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I missed
The
it.
hamburger. You know what, dude?
Top right,
You know what might be a really cool a topic for you to weigh in on?
What is Greg?
It's one of our first topics that we ever talked about on Breakfast Talk, page rates. What would your page rate be for your work on one page of inking?
Inking?
Yes.
Anywhere from $25 to $30 a page. That's the lowest I'll go.
Depending on what?
Depending on
what's the variable?
Like the amount of time it's going to take.
Like
okay.
If it's something very detailed, or if it's like a book that's nothing but splash pages,
huh?
Then yeah.
Give me the screen, Greg.
Okay.
What's that?
Greg, give me the screen, you alcoholic.
No, it's just lagging. It's just lagging, bro. Because I can't see it either. It's just lagging.
Can't see it. I'm sharing it right now.
That's why I said share my screen.
No, it's just lagging, bro. It's the internet. That's all it is.
Yeah,
okay, there you go. I can see it. Okay, I can see it.
Oh wait, I didn't add the stream to the. Yeah,
you're so experienced, Greg. Yeah, you're so experienced doing this, Greg. God, you know how to do everything.
It's a fantastic website, not to mention great URL for SEO. Yes,
that's a fantastic website. Yep, there you go. MJ Massey. Thank you, MJ. Yeah, it is, because obviously he has everything very organized. And when it comes to SEO, what do you do for your SEO on your website?
I've got the what the hell is it called?
Yoast.
Total SEO or something like that.
Is it Yoast?
Well, I see that you have.
I was using Yoast for a while, but for some reason it flipped out. Not too long
well,
ago.
do you have prints of comic, like of Spawn, of Venom, of Harley Quinn? So you have kind of like, for SEO purposes, you have like titles that could relate to other comic book like industries, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that probably helps a lot, I would imagine.
Nice.
Yeah, these are actually a lot. I have a series of my prints. It's called Sketch Cover Series, and it's actually sketch covers that I've done.
Ooh, the original pencils, the blue.
I'm looking at that Venom Carnage, and I really love wraparound covers. Yeah, I love double page like spread covers. I love those. And actually,
second issue of Chronicles of Horror.
Yeah. Yes, we're talking about doing a double page spread cover, and also with my the company that I work for in New Zealand. That's all we do is double page spreads, which is tiring. And I know you probably understand what I mean by that, but yeah, literally every page is a double spread. So I've done probably about 256 double spreads. Well, yeah, 256 pages as double spread comics.
My God.
This year. Yeah.
So give it on the thing.
What do you think is the most important thing as a comic book artist to like recognize when you're creating something?
Detail.
Sorry.
I mean, you do what you love, man. That's the biggest thing. It's like everybody and their brother. I go to conventions and I love a lot of people's artwork, but it seems like everybody wants to do, half naked girls and
pinups. Yeah,
all that stuff.
pinups.
It's like,
yeah,
I love half naked girls just as much as the next guy, but I don't necessarily want to see them all the time.
It's overdone.
Yeah, majorly overdone.
Yeah.
But I've always been turned on to like the darker side of comics. Like I said, my favorite artist is Bernie Wrightson. I've got Kelly Jones is one of my favorite artists as well, and Kyle Holtz.
Okay.
He's amazing.
So do you prefer like the heavy ink, like in terms of comics?
Yeah. Heavy ink, dark.
Yeah.
A lot of rendering.
Yeah. How do you feel you would fare in like an anime, a manga situation? How do you think you would do in that category?
Probably not too good. I'll be honest.
Well, why is that though? Why do you think that wouldn't translate as well?
Just like I said, just not enough detail to me. A lot of the manga stuff I don't think is very detailed. It's,
Yeah, I've heard that from other people. Yeah, I've actually heard that from other people.
That's interesting.
You know,
because
the coloring
think-
is detailed, but
I think page by page, if you're comparing a comic book, like a comic book to a manga page by page, there's actually more panels, so it's arguably more detailed.
yeah, true.
I think it's more detail and quantity, not quality.
Quantity, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But when even still, when we're talking about like, okay, so there was a Naruto panel that's like hailed as one of the top manga panels, and it was because you have Naruto in the foreground, and he is hovering above a cityscape, and the cityscape is so detailed that literally you could map out the streets of this town. And now, if you're telling me that's not detailed, that's ridiculous, first of all. And then secondly, manga is definitely detail oriented. It's just detail oriented over longer panels. Yeah. It's not detail oriented as it's basically like a 1/8 as opposed to a 1/4 in like music terms.
What's that?
What?
Okay, so when you're talking about eighths in music, you have so much more detail to putting in like eighths of bars. So like if I was writing music and I put like, okay, so I want this one note in an eighth bar as opposed to a fourth bar, there would be more information collectively because I didn't do fourth bars, I did eighth bars. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So that's how manga is.
And the thing that I'm saying about detail is purely the rendering of it.
Agreed.
You know, with manga, there's more rendering in the color than anything. If you have a manga that's even in color, because most of that I've seen
black and
white.
Yeah.
Which I do love because I'm more of a black and white comic book type person.
I love how Dylan just pulls out books.
Yeah.
That's Dragon Ball, isn't it? Dragon Ball is one of my favorite fucking mangas. It's so good. It's so good. Dude, the arc with Tien and then the arc with Piccolo. The best arcs in anime history. Sorry.
Yeah, typically, no, it's cool though, because like typically it's black. This particular one's very cool. Like this issue I have, it's like the first 3 like small mangas put into a volume book, and most of it's black and white, and just from time to time there's like a couple wrong way. In the beginning there's like a couple colored ones.
Which I love.
So,
I love black and white better than color here.
Dude, it's so much more expressive as an artist to work in black and white.
Yeah.
And to have it function to have it function so well. Like when you don't need a colorist to explain what's going on. It's like poetry. It's like when you're a writer and then you start writing poetry. That's exactly the comparison that I would make. It's like when you're an artist and then you start making art in only black and white. That's the comparison that I would make. It's poetry in action. Because if you can guide the viewer's eye in high contrast without any need for color, and then still engage them enough to continue reading to the next page, the next page, the next page, the next page, the next page. That's next level. That's next level. Like even Marvel artists right now at the prime, like DC artist. I'm sorry. There's a DC artist, Javier Hernandez, I believe his name is, and he is freaking amazing. His anatomy is perfect.
It's like what's that guy's name that's doing Immortal Hulk? Something Bennett.
Cho. No.
No, it's not Cho. It's Bennett is his last name, but I don't remember what his first name is.
Bennett.
Oh crap! See, these are all like names I've heard, but like I don't.
Yeah. Dude, it's hard to keep track, to be honest, because there's such really, really good artists in the pool of Marvel artists right now and DC artists right now.
His stuff, if you look at it in black and white that he's done for Immortal Hulk, it is flipping amazing.
You don't need color.
And it's like I really wish they'd just
Joe Bennett
books with nothing but black and white, no color at all.
You talking about The Office, Joe Bennett? Come on now.
Joe Bennett.
I think that might be it.
Nah. It's
actually it sounds familiar.
That's from The Office, bro. That's from The Office.
Joe Bennett.
No, but no, it's a whole different scheme of artistry. you know, and then when you go into color is basically like the whipped cream on the pie.
Michael
You know what I
Bennett?
mean? Maybe.
Google Immortal Hulk.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I did. I did Immortal Hulk, and then I said Bennett, and then it came up with Joe Bennett. So
Oh, okay.
I think it is Joe Bennett.
yeah, see, it's not all office
Let's
all the
see.
time.
Let's
okay,
see.
Hector.
Okay. Jesus.
But it is.
Joey
I
Bennett.
just thought it was funny because it.
Joey Bennett.
Jeez. You
What
know
is
what? I'm done with breakfast talk. I'm done.
Damn.
Is that your cover?
Yeah, I did both those.
That's your cover, isn't it?
Yeah.
Richard?
Yep.
he showed it.
So like, okay. So when you approach something like this, what is your mindset?
God, I hope this turns out.
So
No,
are you
there's really
thinking
not
like
there's really not a mindset, man, on these. I just like a lot of these sketch covers. I just grab a sketch cover and start drawing.
okay, so that's something that's really interesting to me because I've never been in the I don't know, the atmosphere of being like a sketch coverist because there's literally like a marketplace for sketch cover like artists, which is kind of weird to me because it's like this ill-defined like middle ground between being an amateur and being a professional. How did you get into sketch covers and how did you even like approach that?
I just got into them actually because of some of the stuff that Adam was doing on sketch covers.
Okay.
I was actually really worried about it because some of these books could actually just by themselves, no artwork on them whatsoever, are expensive as hell. Yeah. And actually here lately, they've been going up in value even more. So I was really worried about just getting into it and screwing it up.
So what's interesting to me is because like again I'm in the professional illustrator realm, okay? So like I could never find a marketplace where this was something that I could really like focus on. Does that make sense to you? Mm-hmm. Like if I was saying like what's my best value for time spent, right. Like sketch covers was not my top thing. So how do you justify doing sketch covers and then putting them into the marketplace as something that's like sellable to you?
I think it's sellable just because, you know, everybody has their favorite character, you know.
Right.
If they see something they like, they'll buy it. I really don't want to do just sketch covers, but at the moment I'm not getting any jobs in the comic book industry.
Okay.
Other than what I'm doing for Adam, we are working on a couple books together. So I'm trying to keep my art relevant. I'm trying to keep my name out there, and I'm trying to keep myself in practice, to tell you the truth. This is the best way to practice is on these covers.
I agree.